I think close to the fire, no?
I don't want to be by the fire because then it'll be noisy. Okay, I need a tent. I don't know how to put a tent together.
No idea what's going on.
What the?
Yeah. There's more?
I can open a Dakar stage, but I can't build a tent.
There's a hook. How come every time you take a breath, half the air comes back out?
So breathe through your nose, buddy.
The Dakar has always been a challenge, but at its inception and in the early years, it was more than anything an adventure. Specials over 2 days, marathon stages and 48-hour chronos not only give us gripping racing, but also honour the roots of the world's greatest rally and the pioneer spirit of discovering the unknown. And a night in a tent, fending for oneself under the desert sky with friends and the stars for company, without phones, social media, and cut off from the outside world. Proves that even in these days of professionalism and technology, there is still space, there is still time for all of us to dream, to dare, to live.
Sleeping under the stars, and it was cool. Just a different experience, part of the adventure, but ready to get back to the bivouac tonight.
Cold night, not so comfortable.
It was fun to hang out around the campfire with all the guys, and fun chrono stage. Long, demanding, but good time.
22 riders reached Bivouac E last night, meaning they'd gone a staggering 626 kilometres and been in the saddle for around 8 hours. For those guys, 321k of the special remained before they could relax, unwind, shower, rest and recover. They left the break zone in the same order as they arrived, meaning Tosha Sharina led out, and while he was soon overtaken by Adrian van Beveren, he got ahead again when VBA had problems in the dunes. The Frenchman was still fourth on the stage.
It was tricky. To be fair, the dunes were really soft and it was not easy to open. I opened, I think, most of this stage, but the result doesn't show it, you know.
Tosha finished third, but how's our friend Skyler getting on? The Utah Cowboy had a great Stage 2 rodeo, galloping home second fastest.
Man, I'm pretty smoked. The terrain was really, really difficult. These dunes were extremely soft and the camel grass was crazy. Lots of rocks and then high speed. I mean, it had just about everything that you could throw at us. I enjoyed the format of the chrono stage, but whew, I'm tired.
Daniel Sanders continued his 100% record at Dakar 47 with the first 3 in a row since Joan Barreda in 2017.
Riding together was pretty funny, I think. At one point we all got stuck on a soft dune and looked across. There was about 15 of us just stuck in the dune, so it was pretty funny.
If everything's going perfectly for Sanders, the same can't be said for double Dakar champion Kevin Benavides, who's returning from a serious injury.
I started more or less in front, and then the top riders start to pass me. And you know, that is really hard because I know how to do it. I know how the speed, because always I was there fighting and everything, and to feel that right now I can't, it's also really like, for the mind, you know, it's like heavy.
Howes and Branch are 12 minutes behind Sanders, 12 seconds between second and fourth, and number 12, Bradley Cox, was 12th fastest. That's 4 12s, which makes 48. Crow, no way.
The hardest 2 days I've ever had on a motorcycle. It was a long, long 2 days.
No such domination in Rally 2. We've had a different winner on each stage. Today, top spot went to Michael Doherty, 10 minutes quicker than Edgar Canet, and 17 minutes up on Jacob Argebright. Canet leads overall now, and it looks like a fight between him, Doherty, and Tobias Ebster. The top 4 are all KTMs. Like the bikes, the top cars also made it to Bivouac E last night, 27 of them.
Ready for the second part of the marathon.
So let's pack it and let's go.
We have like 300 kilometers left.
Everyone is in 1 minute intervals, so yeah, I guess we just have to bring it to the end.
I'm trying to keep my car in good shape. I like my new baby.
Carlos had plenty of problems yesterday. Today's first victims of this challenging surface, Gerlan Chicherit and Alex Winnock.
It we hit one car was I don't know, wrong place in the dust, and we didn't see, and we did damage quite a lot the car in the front.
Dust, competitors, rocks and bushes weren't the only difficulties on the way back to Bisha. It was circle time in the desert as the cars struggled to find their way home. After that big roll yesterday, today was a day of survival for defending champion Carlos Sainz, and he only lost a few minutes on stage 2B, but the damage was done yesterday to both his car and scratch time. It means El Matador is an hour and a half off the lead. Today's spectacular smash-up award goes to former champion Nani Roma. This looks just like me getting stuck halfway through building an IKEA wardrobe, having lost the instructions. So who did come out of this two-day Dune Fest unscathed? Well, Nasser Al-Attiyah was in the fight, and he's loving his Dacia. Remember, he already won the Rally du Maroc in it at the end of last year.
Last 50 kilometer, we have a puncture, and then we have issue with the power steering. It was very difficult to finish.
Seth Quintero had been concerned that winning his first special would harm his chances in the second, and he was right. 16th for the young American, 49 minutes back. Sayud Variawa had impressed on stage 1, but today he collided with teammate Genel de Villiers.
Now both cars are broken. And, you know, we're just trying to see what we can do, but for the moment it looks quite bad.
Quite bad? I'm pretty sure the insurance company will use a different phrase, Ginny. Best performance on stage 2A, homeboy Yazid Al-Raji, and he carried on where he left off in his backyard, enjoying himself, but had to settle for second. And that's because Rokas Bachuska, in his first year driving an Ultimate, snatched a first win, recovering time after an issue at refueling.
It's now official to be in one stage, you know, first time in the Ultimate class, and to win the 48 Chromo, it's a big challenge.
Henk Laterken leads overall, almost 5 minutes ahead of Al-Raji. Sebastian Loeb recovered 25 minutes today. Nicolas Cavigliasso dominated in the T3s on the first half of this special, having won stage 1. But if he thought he was going to have everything his own way, he was wrong. The Argentine did finish fastest, but a 3-minute penalty handed victory to Dutchman Paul Spearings by 2 seconds. Spaniard Pau Navarro is less than half an hour off the lead in the standings. Rookie Corbin Leverton is in the top 3, but Cavigliasso retains the overall lead. Brock Heger took the chrono in the SSVs, a second win for the rookie, who had already won the prologue. His gap to defending champ Xavier de Soltrait was 7.5 minutes, but the Frenchman leads overall. There's a big gap back to third. Martin Macic won the chrono for the second year running, but if you thought it was easy for the trucks, think again.
We got stuck 3 times, so we couldn't climb the dunes because it was so soft, and we had to take care of the truck because I destroyed suspensions and spring as well. So yeah, lots of stuff, man, lots of stuff.
He leads compatriot Lopreich by just under 9 minutes.
Go.
After problems for the reigning champion in the cars, the rain itself is looking threatening. Forecast storms plus the extreme difficulties for everyone over the past few days have led the organisers to reduce the third special from 496 to 327. It should be a super fast 5th day of competition. And I'll be back tomorrow. Why don't we meet here again after the stage? I'll buy you a coffee.